Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door over there and join us for a watch along here in the Championship tonight. Stoke versus West Brom. This should be good, actually, shouldn't it? West Brom, top of the table, free scoring, big Val. We know what he likes, and the kind of new improved Stoke this season, who are, let's be honest, even if you're a Stoke fan, you'd admit they're better to watch this season, aren't they? Circulating the ball nicely. They are up in 5th place. A win for West Brom would put them 3 points clear of Bournemouth in second, but then 5 points clear of Fulham in those automatic spots, obviously, with everybody else to play tomorrow. Just the one game tonight. We are on the back end of a 3-game week. Remember, that all started 1 week ago with West Brom v QPR, which was a good look at the baggies. We've already had a couple of looks at them. No surprise there on the Sky schedule quite frequently. We had a look at Stoke against Barnsley, didn't we? That ended 1-1. And Stoke really should have won that game on the balance of sort of chances created, particularly. Stoke had enough chances to win a couple of games there. Let me know you can see me, hear me loudly, clearly. Go say hello in the comments. And we'll do all of our bits and bobs. And then we're going to check out the teams. I was hoping Stephen was going to pop up from the Bet365. So it's probably a good time to say thank you to our fan sponsor, because it's Stephen's son, Luca, who will be, look, you can see his exact seat there. We'll see if we can pick him out on the TV. I don't know if he's opposite the hard camera or not there. But there's Luca, who's our fan sponsor for Watch Alongs. Football is nothing without fans. I'm nothing without football. And of course, Stephen helped Luca sort that out. So we thank those two very, very much. And best of luck, guys. I'm sure it's gorgeous on a cold evening at the Bet365 at 7:30 on a Friday night. As we go into October, and I did want to raise this actually with the chat. You may see just to my left this. What is that, you ask? That is an empty mince pie tray. Where has the mince pie gone? The mince pie went in my mouth and I ate it. 1st of October, first mince pie of the year. I'm all in. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 mince pies eaten before December 25th. Bring it on. Let's say some hellos in the chat then. Liam, welcome along. MDLH Gaming. Leeds 2021, and here, Charlie, John, yo, Ben, yo, Mr. E, evening all. Should be a fun one. It should be a good game. Looking forward to this one. Nick, evening, Ben. Stoke to win tonight. Maybe. I think I went for West Brom, didn't I? Wayne, hello, my friend. Stephen, we've already said hello to, and thank you to. Dimitar, welcome along from Sofia in Bulgaria. You love to see it. Daniel, looking forward to seeing Mo. Remind me of what we're missing. You've got to let it go, Daniel. He's gone, but better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Charlie, come on, you. I think that might be MFing, but we'll say mighty Potters. Expect a lot of long throws tonight. Yeah, we love long throws, don't we? All good fun. Having a discussion this morning about when they'll either change throw-ins to roll-ins or kick-ins, or when they'll bring the offside rule in for throw-ins. It does seem a bit of a untapped law, doesn't it? Welcome, Ewan. Welcome, Rick Ashley. He's never going to give me up. Already in the Christmas spirit. You love to see it. You do love to see it. Shall we look at some team news? Before we do that, if you are here in the chat, thank you. We're going to enjoy the game together. If you wouldn't mind, just hit that thumbs up button on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Help bring more people along and join us in the chat here. And also, I'm sure you all have already, but hit subscribe over on YouTube. We're at 19,400 and something, kind of ticking along steadily. I'd like a nice steep incline up to 20,000. But, fits and starts, as long as it's growing on YouTube, you can support also via Super Chat, Super Stickers. Just hit that dollar button right where you leave your comments. So have a look at the team news then. And pretty much to be expected here. Let's just have the first check. You will not see, before anyone asks, Tyrese Campbell on the Stoke bench. He's not back just yet. I know a lot of expectant people were hoping we would see the excellent Tyrese Campbell return. Not yet. Adam Davies in goal. Should he have saved that free kick at Preston in midweek? I think he probably should have, shouldn't he? Wilmot, Suter, and Chester. So no Ostigard in the starting lineup. Suter, when we last did Stoke, was very good. Very good indeed, actually. Really enjoyed watching him. And Wilmot has been a good sign. Remember, Nathan Collins was sold to Burnley, and that was basically the replacement. As Sky TV say hello to some of the Stoke fans over at the Bet365. Tonight, Tommy Smith and Josh Timon are the wing-backs. I think Smith didn't play the last game, did he? I'm pretty sure he didn't. Jordan Thompson and Joe Allen. Now, look, we're not entirely sure how this midfield will be constructed. It could be that Joe Allen sits and Jordan Thompson and Mario Vrancic sit ahead of him with Nick Powell up top with Jacob Brown. It could be, as they've got it laid out, with Powell and Vrancic playing off Brown as well. It could also be Thompson and Allen sit, Vrancic as a 10, and Powell a little bit further forward. We'll find that out. But, hey, look, behind the ball, you'd expect everyone to kind of tuck in and one to be left. And when they're getting forward, you know Powell, they're going to be wanting him in the box as far forward, arriving as often as possible. So, yeah, the midfield there, Joe Allen, Jordan Thompson, Vrancic. Call it a midfield three then. Vrancic playing very well this season. Key passes, creative influence. Very, very good indeed. And Powell, just a finisher, isn't he? With Jacob Brown there. And again, we'll figure out how they're configured up top. On the bench for Stoke, again, I reiterate, no Tyrese Campbell yet. He'll be back. Don't worry. Didn't play for the 21s earlier in the week, so we thought we might see him tonight. Bursic, Bart, Ostigard, Doughty, Ince, Fletcher, Surridge are the bench for Stoke. For West Brom, who are top of the league with 22 points. Johnston in goal, just quietly going about his business. We thought he'd be gone after getting in that England squad, but he's still here with us in the Championship, doing bits for West Brom. Ajayi, Bartley, Townsend across the back. Of course, injuries there to Matt Clark and Dara O'Shea, meaning maybe Townsend would be playing wing-back and Reach might be on the bench, but this is what they've had to go with. Reach, as I mentioned, and Darnell Furlong, he of the prodigious long throw, are the wing-backs. Livermore and Moa, I suspect if you double-check, they definitely started every game. I suspect they've probably played every minute as well, haven't they? They're not going anywhere, those two in central midfield. And the front three that finished the game against QPR, which is not the front three that started the game against QPR, because that obviously had Grady Diangana in it. And did it start with Matt Phillips, I think? Two changes anyway. And that was the team that started the last game against Cardiff, which they won 4-0. Ergo, it's not changing. So Robinson, Hugill and Grant. Grant back amongst the goals. And assuming he gets credited with that one that Senny Dieng kind of threw in his own net, he's got 3 goals in the last 2 games. Not just the last 2 games, in the last 1 game and 20 minutes, basically. So maybe he's back to his best now, Kyle and Grant. We'll see, certainly at Championship level. We expect a lot of him. On the bench for West Brom, Button, Brian. Oh, Clark does return to the bench. Interesting. Kipre, Diangana, Mollenby, and Matt Phillips. Get your comments in on either of those teams. Anything you want to. There is the league table. So let's spell it out for you. A West Brom win. They go 3 clear of Bournemouth and 5 clear of Fulham going into the international break. Remember, all of those teams, other than these two, play tomorrow. Defeat for West Brom means a win for Stoke, which would put them up into 3rd position on 21 points from the first 11 games. Remember, defeat for Stoke, and then you can go down as far as QPR for teams that could go above the Potters tomorrow. What I will quickly flag up is that we have a team with a good home record against a team with a good away record. Stoke, excellent at home. Look at that, 13 points from 5 and only 4 goals conceded. And let's be honest, they should have won the game that they drew as well. So Stoke very good at home, but hold your horses. West Brom are very good away. 11 points from 5, 3 wins, 2 draws, 10 goals as well for the Baggies. Irresistible force, an immovable object, perhaps. Let me know how you see this one playing out. We are probably 3 minutes from kickoff. Should make mention of the fact that Romain Sawyers, who has been playing for Stoke in central midfield, he's on loan at Stoke from West Brom. So he obviously has an exemption in his contract, and that is why we will not be seeing this tonight. Right, let's have a look, see what we are saying. I could never let you down, Rick Astley. Please don't. Absolutely not. Amanda, come on, Super Mario. He's been quite super, actually. And it does make me wonder how he couldn't get in that Norwich team last season. But there you go. Charlie wants a Baggies win. Tom, I left Tobias at the door, did he? Interesting. Hi, Tobias. Here come the officials and the teams. It's referee Robinson tonight. Good luck to him and the players. Welcome, QPR Forever. This is the longest we've gone unbeaten at the start of the season. 10 games undefeated for West Bromwich Albion. Dumbs Kid Clips. Hello, I think, in capitals, this can be a good game. I hope so. Definitely should have saved it. I think we're talking about Adam Davies and the Ben White man. Free kick, aren't we? Wee Joe will score. Wee Joe? Joe Allen? Interesting. Stoke 1, West Brom 2, says Chris. Did I go for that? Where's me? I went for that, Chris, as well. Interesting. I am above you in the predictions league. No, are you above me, Chris? You're above me, aren't you? So nothing's going to change tonight. Then we're going for the same thing. We either win together or fail together, my friend. Mr. E, has anyone seen anything of Charlie, the Reading family? I think I've seen him tweeting. Yeah, I think I've seen him tweet in the Kempston Road team, so I think he's okay. What else have we got here? Amanda, going to be tough for Stoke. It's a good game. And Stoke win. Yeah, it's going to be tricky for Stoke. But you never know. Championship, isn't it? I think the Stoke are the biggest underachievers in the Championship. Maybe the last couple of seasons they've been, certainly would be in that conversation. Wouldn't they? Stoke 2, West Brom 1. Evening Purple Bungalow 2-2. There you go. You can't lose, Amanda, with Mario and Hugel. Do I just do the Championship? No, I do Dearly Departed, which is a nice show about 5 Premier League teams and also 5 League One teams. So we get a bit of everything. And here, 2-1, Albion. Yeah, he's with myself and Chris on that one. We are just seeing the formations on Sky. Get your last comments in and your predictions before we go. In this one, there are your teams one more time. Davies in goal for Stoke. Wilmot, Suter, Chester, Smith, Allen, Thompson, Timon, Vrancic, Powell, Brown. Johnston in goal for Baggies. Ajayi, Bartley, Townsend, Furlong, Livermore, Mowat, Reach, Robinson, Hugill, and Carlin Grant. I think if I'm particularly quick with this, I can tell you what we went for in the Football 365 article, and the bet builder treble is, it's 11-1 as well, or 11.43, so just about 10-1. The bet builder treble today is Carlin Grant as an anytime goal scorer. A goal scored in both halves, no. So one half has no goals in, and under 2.5 goals, which does actually fly in the face of my 2-1 prediction. So we are hedging our bets, but that is the bet builder treble. Woof. Daniel, watching and writing an article. There you go. Concentrate. I have to put white noise sometimes in my ears with certain noises going on outside there. Right, we are about to go. West Brom are going to kick off. I am watching on a Sky TV feed. If you're watching on Now TV or your Sky Go app, you may be a little bit ahead or a little bit behind. So we'll give you a timestamp. The players take the knee against all forms of discrimination. And we are ready to go. We'll get your timestamp hopefully after 1 minute. And let's hope we're going to enjoy a good game together tonight. A bit of a slow back pass there from Sam Johnston. And the Stoke press has actually won that ball back. And remember, West Brom kicked off. Here is Joe Allen. Nice little outside of the foot one. No foul in there in the middle. Referee lets that one go. Suter steps out for the first time. And Darnell Furlong goes back home. Woof. Here's Townsend. Brown slides in, but bounces back to Townsend, headed down by Ben Wilmot, here's one for you West Brom fans, who's looking like Richard Sneakers with his top knot and long hair down behind it. Remember Richard Sneakers? What a player he was in central midfield. Ronald, I've seen Stoke and West Brom at Preston. I would say Stoke with a better team. There you go. Moet Screamer, 3-1 West Brom. What was my Luton Huddersfield prediction? I'm going to be good. I would normally direct you to the video. 2-1 Luton, I went. Could be anything that game, for God's sakes. Here's Suter at the back. Sorry, I've missed the 1 minute mark for a timestamp. Suter on to Chester. And Timmonell on the left wing. Back in it goes. Here comes the West Brom press. And Hugill charges down Adam Davis, who clears it long. Ajayi wins that one in the air. Ajayi's got his arm up because Mario Vrancic was offside, I think. Remember, we go into an international break after this game. We've got a couple of weeks off. Michael O'Neill doesn't like that offside call. Right, assuming Ben Wilmot clears this, we can leave you a timestamp. Going to be at 2 minutes in 3, 2, 1, sync. Get yourself lined up and you can react at the same time as myself and at the same time as all of the chat. Just revising my opinion, Wilmot's not quite got as long hair as Richard Sneakers yet. And he is going to toss this one from pretty much halfway. I bet he steps over. There you go. Throws it on. Powell tries to get the flick. It's cleared by Reach. Pretty messy so far. But here's Robinson trying to chase into the left wing position. James Chester's gone over with him. Robinson works his way inside. Robinson curls the shot. Nice line on that. Far too much height. But he had the right shape on the curl. There you go. Richard Sneakers currently works. Does he really, as an assistant manager at Redditch United, does he break from midfield to score plenty of goals? Midfield battle game is going to be great. So much quality in both sides. Welcome along, Owen. Did Michael O'Neill play the style he did last season so he could lay the foundations? I don't know. I mean, he certainly got better players to do it this season, or better players suited. Oh, here's Hugill. Oh, Hugill. Robinson was in. Hugill tried to poke it out to him. If he'd managed to play that through the legs of the covering Stoke defender, Robinson was in on goal there, coming from the Baggies press. Big Val will be happy with that. And Bartley goes home. West Brom just on top now after kind of 2 minutes of nothingness, really. Woof. My neck's giving me grief again. Brutal. Home goes James Chester. And Suter plays it to Wilmot. Here come the West Brom front three to close them down. And are they going to win it? It did bounce off Grant. Wilmot gets it back. And West Brom win the throw-in. So I would have to say, on the evidence of the first 4 minutes, the West Brom press versus the Stoke play out from the back, West Brom are winning that battle so far on the basis of 4 minutes. Yes, there's another 86 to go. Robinson round the corner to Grant. Grant crosses. He's looking for... it wasn't Hugel, I don't think. Oh, yeah, it was. Looking for Hugel on the back post. Surprise, Valor stuck with Townsend with 3 defenders being on the bench. Yeah, I agree with you, Daniel. They must be not quite fit. Kit Bray and Matt Clark, particularly, who you'd think would be a first teamer. It'd be right up Big Val's street. How am I? I'm very well, Owen. Thank you for asking. Oh, dreadful back heel there by Powell. Now here's Robinson, edge of the box, a giveaway by Stoke. Hugel again, not managing to make the final pass. There's a lovely ball by Livermore. Out to Reach. Reach puts it in. West Brom turning the screw now. Wilmot just clears it out on the near post. It's really poor from Nick Powell. He knows it as he trots back to defend the corner. West Brom are on top here and looking pretty decent. Most set-piece goals this season, West Brom. Wham. 8 already. 8 set-piece goals in the first 10 games for the Baggies. That's a mighty impressive return. And we've got a corner for West Brom, which Darnell Furlong, key to their set plays, is going to take. Just lifts it in right-footed. To be honest, it wasn't a great corner, was it? We always have this conversation when you get those Luddites at football matches that get very cross when a corner doesn't beat the first man. Well, every pro footballer can beat the first man every time by doing that, but just lobbing it into the middle of the box is normally easily dealt with, and it was there, which is why corners are often headed away, because it's the risk-reward ratio. Here goes Robinson down the right. Is he going to keep that in? Yes, he is. Well played, Robinson. Robinson into the box, crosses low, and Davies grabs that. Evening to you, Alistair. Welcome along. West Brom on top, looking far the more likely so far in this one. Early days, though. Stoke not yet managing to get Vrancic on the ball, and Allen, really, which is key in that central midfield area. Cheers, everyone, by the way. Oh, lovely touch by Vrancic. Beautiful stuff, and he wins the free kick. First little flash of his quality. Livermore takes him down. One of those tactical fouls that you don't mind when your team commits, but you don't really like when it goes against your team. Vrancic takes the free kick back to Suter, who goes long into the channel. Good ball, that. Tommy Smith's forward. And it's cleared away. Nearly got in behind there. Smith and Reach chipping away at each other there. Maybe a high foot, perhaps. Halilovic confirming he's injured. The Reading player there, like Reading, don't already have enough injuries ahead of their game tomorrow. And they're playing Cardiff as well, aren't they? Who need a win. Here's Reach. Mowat just clips that one down the line. Suter, that's quality from him. Pulls it out of the air, knocks it back to Davies. Cool as you like. Well played, Suter. They've won it back, though. Robinson tries to slip it in for Grant. And West Brom 2 or 3 times now have been in really nice positions, and twice Hugel now and once Robinson, not managing to have the quality there on the final ball. Stephen, evening. Who's been on top so far? West Brom. Actually, now it's getting fairly obvious now that it's West Brom on top. They're stretching out a little bit. Stoke really haven't done anything yet in the West Brom half, but 0-0. Long way to go. Felix, are you saying West Brom going to win? I did. Time sync, we're at 8:39, Alistair. And do a proper one later on. Powell. Oh, Powell slips it through, and they are in. Brown is through, and he's hit the post. Oh, everyone stopped for offside, and Stoke, after all me saying that West Brom are on top, should have taken the lead there. Massive chance missed for Stoke. We'll have a look at the offside call in a sec, but the flag did not go up. Brown was clear. And there's a shot driven in just wide of the post from Joe Allen. And there you go. That's how a game can flick, can't it? Stoke should now be in front, we're saying. Clean through there. We're going to see the Joe Allen long ranger. How much did that miss by? Not much. Christ. But, right, let's have a look and see if this is onside or not. Yeah, he looks on to me. We didn't get the best pause in the well, but looking at the feet, and he's got to score that Brown, hasn't he? Clean through. Nice little put through by Nick Powell. Poor from Bartley, who gets caught completely neither closing down the ball or running with the man. But you can say good pass, good run. He's got to score that Brown. And we know what the comments are going to be. He's almost got too much time there, hasn't he? Less time, and he probably is more decisive with that. But Stoke should be in front on about 8 minutes. There. Worth. Big chance. Big chance. Yes, oh dear. Crikey. Should have scored, shouldn't he? Who are the best band from the West Midlands? Dear me. No idea. First big chance falls to Stoke. Very much so. And the closest call. Hitting the post there. Owen's going to enjoy this after a long week at school. There you go. Robinson looking lively again. Yes, indeed. So, after all that talk, West Brom turning the screw on top for the first 8 minutes. Stoke should be 1-0 up in this, really, shouldn't they? And hopefully, for the sake of the Stoke fans, it's not going to go the way that the last Stoke game we did on the channel, where they had lots of chances and couldn't finish them. I think they recorded 3.5 XG against Barnsley, only scored 1 goal, missed a penalty as well. Here's Vrancic, nice feet. He was the man that missed the penalty. Dribbles into the box. Vrancic, quality play by him. Brown can't quite control that. Here comes the counter from West Brom. Robinson tries to knock that one on. Mowat's clipped that over the top. That's a brilliant pass by Mowat. Very clever idea. Robinson chases it. What is Davies doing? He completely loses his bearings and then just slices it kind of diagonally backwards into the stand. Goodness me. Clever idea from Mowat there. He saw the gap open up for the quick pass. Darnell Furlong's got a nice pink towel or blanket or something for drying the ball. And I don't want to see any Stoke fans complaining about him drying the ball, because there's been plenty of ball drying and long throw-ins at the Bet365, hasn't there, over the years, Mr. Rory Delap. Here comes Furlong, throws it in. And it's cleared. Vrancic knocks that one forward. Good interception by Livermore, who absolutely leaves one on Mario Vrancic there. A fierce tackle by Jake Livermore. Little bit unnecessary, maybe. Oh, God. I mean, he takes the ball clean as you like, but yeah, I mean, maybe you could say they've just clattered together, but yeah, Livermore versus Vrancic in a 50-50 is only ever going to go well. And to be fair, West Brom have got the free kick, actually. So yeah, Vrancic has had the foul given against him and had one left on him there by Jake Livermore. Tremendous stuff. I think Vrancic is okay, so we can smile and move on. Here's Reach in the left wing position. Grant. Inside it goes to Vrancic. Allen. Here's a counter-attack chance for Stoke. Thompson. And Timon is going to race down the line. Held up well by Darnell Furlong. Suter. Wilmot. Powell tries to play it around the corner to Smith, who was offside apparently. And it's going to be a dead ball. Free kick to Stoke. Towelgate. Salty Posh fan from the 28th of August. There you go. Damp balls are unpleasant. Yeah. Oh, wouldn't really want to comment on that, but there you go. I'm not disagreeing. Little ping out from Johnson out to the right wing to Semi Ajay. Ajay, that's a hopeless pass. Actually, he's gone out for a throw-in, tried to play it down the line. Completely overhit it, and he got his line totally wrong there. Stoke 0, West Brom 0. West Brom had the much the better of the first 7 or 8 minutes, and then Stoke, big chance for Jacob Brown. Should have taken the lead there after. Suter goes home to Davies, who gets closed down by Hugel. In to Smith. Smith tries to clear, and there's that West Brom press again. Adam Reach closes in. And out it goes. Mario Vrancic is moving gingerly after going 50-50 with Jake Livermore and losing, basically. Wilmot. Long one for Brown to chase. Bartley takes no chances and just pokes it out for a Stoke throw. Here's Powell. Vrancic, nice back heel. Oh, lovely ball in behind. Oh, it's another chance for Stoke. Timon got in. I think it was Thompson who played him in. And, Stoke have had two real decent chances. I think we probably have to say good save there. It's a lovely ball, this, by Thompson. And I think they're onside again there. I think Bartley's playing Timon on. Can he lift that over the keeper, or can he square that up to Brown? Neither. Another chance for Stoke. Goodness me. Throw in to Stoke on the left. Knocked off again by Thompson. Timon. Chester. They're going to have to go back. Oh, dear. He's overcooked that. Suter. And now Hugel's on the chase and Wilmot bails him out there. Suter's been very decent on the ball, but overhit that. And they're trying to run in behind again. Stoke there with Brown, and a good sweeper keeper play from Sam Johnston. And now it's flipped, hasn't it? Stoke are on top. Certainly have been for the last 5-6 minutes. Stoke Baggies on telly tonight in Copenhagen, but I can only see the second half. Make sure you join us here then, Dale. No watch along Callum tomorrow. I'm slumming it at Old Trafford. But don't worry, I'm not deserting you. EFL legends here. But no, I'll be at Manchester United versus Everton tomorrow. It's my first game back after COVID with fans, and I went to a couple behind closed doors. Yeah, here's that chance. A great ball by Thompson. And Timon, the wing back. Can he just be, as Graham Souness would say, a bit cute? Dink that one over. No, it's the answer. And two decent chances for Stoke, who have shown the better cutting edge, frankly. Good through balls for the two chances from Powell and from Thompson. 17:29 on the clock. Stoke 0, West Brom 0. Yeah, we'll do a little match day experience for that. I've got to do some work afterwards. But yeah, I will have my phone with me and make sure I've got plenty of battery. Don't you worry. The Wayne Rooney Derby. What a player he was. And we get to talk about him every week now. He's a manager in the Championship. Reach. Mowat. Grant. Crossed in by Reach. That's going to bounce. Cardinal Sin. Battling there. Oh, and it nearly fell for Kyle and Grant in the middle. I said, don't let that bounce. The flag is up. I'm trying to lip read the linesman there. Went up fairly late. Let's have a look. So in comes the cross from Reach. There's the bounce. Oh, I see. So as soon as Furlong heads it, yeah, fair call, linesman. Robinson is offside and deemed to be active and interfering with play. Ajay wins the header. Although the offside flag is up again. That ridiculous Big Val backline. Getting the offsides a couple of times, but getting caught twice as well. Interesting. Manchester United going to win. Yeah, I suspect you're right. Felix, Everton with a few injured. We'll see what happens tomorrow in that one. Livermore trying to play Furlong in. Good ball again. It's going to break for Furlong. Furlong crosses it back. Robinson hits the shot block. Robinson again blocked again. Edge of the box. Livermore, Robinson. And it's saved by Adam Davies. Remember that one on the XG. 3 shots in 10 seconds there. It's another good ball. We've seen some very good sort of advanced forward passing in this game so far. It's a decent strike actually by Robinson on the volley, spinning on the left foot. Decent save. The Tom Bradshaw derby, the Hoylett derby tomorrow. Fulham haven't lost at Coventry for 50 years. Well, there you go. Read into all of that what you will. And we have a free kick to West Brom. Moat, another clever ball. Robinson, who just made the run down the right. I say it's a clever ball. Was he offside? He was indeed offside. He went too early, didn't he? Silly Billy. Or did he? It's a tight one. Yeah, he's probably just leaning off as Suter dropped back behind him. Here is Suter. Hoofs that long. And there is Sam Johnston, the sweeper keeper. It's worth a try against Big Val, isn't it? Just drop that ball in over the top of the centre-backs. Davies to Wilmot. Wilmot goes back to Davies. Oh, he's not looked too composed tonight, Davies, the Stoke keeper. Just slices that clearance. And now Hugo plays it onto Robinson. And again, and that must be the 4th time, where they're going for that killer pass and haven't managed to pull it off there. Here's one for Timon to motor and chase. Good defending by Ajay. Slides in and very fairly knocks that one out. I'm not reading that. Unbelievable. Coventry and Fulham haven't played each other for 50 years. There you go. The Leighton James derby at Pride Park. Oh, I like this game. Stoke v West Brom. Is that the Gary Megson derby? The Peter Odem-Wingy derby. Did he play for both? I think he did, didn't he? Here's Ajay to Furlong. And again, I have to check my numbers here for offsides, but Stoke have been offside plenty here. But they have, I will reiterate, got through that offside trap twice and had 2 decent chances. There's Furlong chasing through, and Davies, I think Anir said in the chat, he wouldn't play for Big Val. No, he wouldn't. He doesn't like sweeper keeping, does he? Vrancic tries to drop that one in behind, and Sam Johnston loves a bit of sweeper keeping. Comes out, full volley there, smacks that one away. We're at the midway point in the first half, 22:40 on the clock. Stoke 0. West Brom 0. On the balance of territory in total, West Brom have edged it. On the balance of chances, it's not close. Stoke should be in front. 2 very nice chances for Stoke. Just got at least one of them, shouldn't they? But yeah, territory and chipping away has been West Brom. But hey, that doesn't often matter. Sammy Smodic derby tomorrow. James McLean, Odem-Wingy, Berahino. There you go. Carl Hopkins and Sido. Who's back at Sheffield Wednesday now, isn't he? Sido. Saw him at Portman Road the other day. It's going to be a restart to Stoke and Ben Wilmot. A £5 super chat. Oh, wow. From a Bradford City fan. Brilliant. BC AFC Mark. Just to say, keep up the amazing work, Ben. Love the channel and all the fans. Oh, thank you very much. From a Bradford fan in the doldrums of League 2. Mark, I remember, I'm an Ipswich fan. I remember 1999 and a very, very good Bradford team getting up to the Premier League. You'll be back, and thank you for the super chat. I think Hugel has been penalised there. Hugel disagrees with referee Robinson. He won't be the first person or the last tonight. Brighton manager Graham Potter played for both. I didn't know that. Interesting. Bradford get amazing attendances. Yes, they do down there, don't they? Berahino looking very good. Excellent. Ben Foster played for both. Good knowledge, you lot. It's going to be a throw in to West Brom. In the right back area, which Darnell Furlong is going to... Oh, he's just going to dry this one off with his shirt. There you go. Throw this one down the line. Oh, Hugel tries to play that back to Furlong and it's completely overcooked that. And West Brom see possession easily there. It's going to be a Stoke throw in the left wing position for them. Vrancic back to Timon. Thompson, who played that beautiful pass through to Josh Timon, in fact. He should have scored, shouldn't he? Reach on the cover that side. Goes back home to Johnston, who's closed down by Brown. Cool and calm by Johnston into Bartley. Bartley, nice vertical pass. Well read by Suter. He's good at that. Suter, excellent from him. Plays it down the line. Smith puts the cross in looking for Mario Vrancic. I think Jordan Hugel up the other end might like that type of service. Good knowledge. We struggle to get a correct score, though. Hey, remember that's correctly predicting the future, so don't worry about that. I'm all for the knowledge. Last season's Morecambe manager now with Bradford. Let's see if he can get them up. Woof. Bradford City. Yeah, we've been talking a lot about Michael Flynn today, who's, as you can guess, been linked with both the Barnsley and the Cardiff job, as Daniel mentions. We'll see what happens in the impending managerial graveyard shift of the October international break, which kicks off on Sunday, doesn't it? Turn your phones off, championship managers and agents of championship managers. Mowat flicks that one on. Here's Robinson. Robinson on to Carlin Grant. Here's Reach. Reach plays that one ahead of Robinson, really. Just not quite clicking up front there today, are they, West Brom? Been a few chances like Reach to play into Robinson, Robinson to play into Hugel, Hugel into... Where if they'd pulled the pass off, they would have been in or certainly creating some kind of chance. Not managed it just yet. Stoke continuing to go short from their goal kicks. They're not scared of the West Brom press. That's why. Knocked into Vrancic. Well played there. Timon. Timid a bit there. Turned back on himself. And Suter gets closed down by Mowat. And he's given it away, actually. Reach chests it down. Grant, nice ball by him. Horrible touch by Hugel, but he does well. It bounces up in the air and he turns and volleys it out to Robinson. Good play by Hugel. Here's Robinson, crosses it in. Guess who heads it away? The strapping figure of Harry Suter. Reach crosses. Wilmot heads that one away. Head it, kick it. And they're on the counter now. It's just a boot down the line, which... Brown. Yes, he's not having his greatest night, is he? Jacob Brown. Couldn't control that one. He was probably in behind there on the right wing with no support, albeit. And he just couldn't quite get that one under. Wellens and Adkins, they may be in more job trouble than... who are we talking about? McCarthy and... Shop at Barnsley. Took a while. Am I changing the hashtags? Oh, yes, we've got the wrong hashtags up. Some copy and paste action going on there. Let's change the hashtags. Go on. Well done, the chat. They'll always point out a typo, won't they? Hang on, I've pressed the wrong button now. Disaster strikes here. Wilmot's got it at the back for Stoke. We're not missing everything. There we go. That look better? Actually, do you know what? I need to probably change them on the actual StreamYard thing. What a nightmare. I can do a copy and paste from here, can't I? Maybe I haven't learnt my lesson from copy and pasting, but there we go. Bulls back with Townsend at left centre back. Let me just see if I can quickly do this. Allen's got it in central midfield for Stoke. Powell inside to Smith. One more place. Bosh, done. It won't let me change it on YouTube. There we go. We're stuck with them, I think. Never mind. What are you going to do, hey? What are you going to do? Bartley goes home to Johnston. Good take by Robinson. Ajayi. Furlong. Livermore. Ajayi. And he's going to go back home as well. 3 North East teams in the Championship next season. Quite probable. Sunderland look good, don't they? God, imagine you did get Newcastle back. Worth. Mark. Legend. £2 super chat there. Thank you very, very much, sir. We'll drink to that. And a smiley face. Well done, Mark. He'll be a happy chappy after Wednesday's good win. At top of the table, Wigan in midweek. Big boot forward by Suter. Good flick by Brown. Powell's chasing him behind. You thought that would be the other way. Powell flicking it onto Brown, but West Brom deal with that. Furlong's got it at right back. He gets closed down, fed up the line. Robinson, he gets a bit lucky there. And there's Suter comes clattering through Mowat and wins that one. Given away. It's just got a bit loose for the last 5 minutes or so, hasn't it? Bit less quality, I would suggest. And, you know, that's not to say there hasn't been quality in the game. There absolutely has. But, yeah, just a bit loose for the past 5 minutes or so. Here's Wilmot. Yeah, there's an example. He gives it away straight to Livermore, who then gives it straight back to Stoke. And another giveaway. Come on, guys. Get your acts together. You're better than this, both sides. Chester knocks it through. Vrancic, poor take from him. And Livermore goes home to Johnston. Just a collective fuzz now. Lots of individual errors. Ajayi into Furlong. Ajayi plays that one up the line. And it's another cheap giveaway. Very poor 4 or 5 minutes now in this one. It's just dropped off. And we do get that, don't we, sometimes? One team misses a couple of passes. The other reduces itself to their level. And down we all go together. Let's hope someone can stick their foot on the ball. I'm looking at Mowat. I'm looking at Vrancic. I'm looking at Allen. Those boys. Did I dream, or did Stoke sign Ian Wright's grandson? I don't know. Ian Wright has a grandson. I feel old. I used to love watching Ian Wright. Mowat. Townsend. Ajayi. Ajayi steps past Vrancic. Overruns it. And now he's out of position. Hole at centre-back if Stoke can get up the pitch quickly. I think Hugel knew what he was doing there, committing the foul. And everything slows down. Once more, Powell. Thompson. Nice feed through there. Allen. Allen's gone diagonal to Smith. Smith is offside. As Reach boots that into the Stoke fans behind the goal. A little bit better that after, like I say, I was moaning about the past few minutes. Stoke 0, West Brom 0. Despite me copying and pasting the incorrect hashtags in. I think I've fixed them as best I can. There we go. That was Furlong chasing into the box from the right-hand side. And there is Romain Sawyers in the stand. Obviously, cannot play tonight. He's on loan from West Brom. Contract will have a clause saying you don't get to play against us. Son of Sean Wright-Phillips, yes. DiMaggio Wright-Phillips. Woof. A great name, DiMaggio. $35 gone. Stoke 0, West Brom 0. It's not recurring. Right, here's Timon on the left. A little bit of space for Timon. He's running at Furlong. Timon alongside the box. Jai comes across and makes the block. Timon back up the line. Thompson into Chester, into Vrancic, back into Chester. And Jai makes the clearance. Thompson again. Out it goes. How's the sleep been? We're getting there. We're getting there. She's had a couple of really good sleeps, actually, this week. Fingers crossed that stays the same. Bless her. When I say good sleeps, I mean she only gets up twice over the course of a night rather than 4 times or 5 times. Bless you. Thank you. Wilmot goes long. He slices that out of play. And the ball is turned over. Back to West Brom, thrown in by Townsend to Johnston. Back to Townsend in the left-back spot. Clears towards halfway. Smith heads on. Vrancic tries to flick it. And there's one over the top. It's all a bit stretched now. Both sides avoiding the midfield battle in recent times in this game. And we've seen a few grenades just going back and forward. Brown chasing in the left channel, and Bartley pops it out for a Stoke throw-in. This game has gone through various iterations in the first half. We're now in the kick it long counter-attack phase from both sides, to be fair, since about minute 30, to be honest. There's a nice little one inside to Vrancic. Allen, nice take. Wilmot, less good take. Oh, God. And he's gone all the way back to Davis, who we know is not massively comfortable with his feet, is he? He's gone long, asking a lot of Powell. Good win by Townsend in the air. And it's hoiked up by Reach. This is Paul. Come on, guys. We had high hopes for this game, and it's deteriorated since about minute 30. Possession ceded again there by Wilmot. Out it goes. And West Brom take the throw. Townsend feeds that into the front. Heavy touch by Hugill. Hugill's probably going to get booked for that, I think. A bit late there on Joe Allen. Hugill says sorry to referee Robinson rather than Joe Allen. Is the yellow card coming out, or is it the last warning? He has spoken to Hugill before. Looking like a last warning. It's just a bit late there, Hugill, wasn't he? Heavy touch. We always quote Roy Keane on this one. 90% of these red card tackles come after a player's had a bad touch and they're trying to win it back. No yellow card for Hugill. And cleared down the line by Townsend. Gin on the dummy, whiskey on the dummy. Do you know, she's not taking the dummy at the moment. Fussy. Like a father. Throwing to Stoke, 39.06 on the clock. Wilmot, good throw that actually, into Vrancic. Vrancic turns into trouble. Robinson, oh! What on earth happened there? The ball is in the back of the net. And we have had a ludicrous own goal. Darnell Furlong looks a bit forlorn. Valerian Ishmael looks down embarrassed. Furlong says, talk to me, talk to me. It's a bit late now. What the hell happened there? Furlong just nods it back. Oh, my God. I thought Max Power's goal. Does it stand? Bet365 is saying disallowed. We very much have 1-0 up on the... It now says 2-0 on the Sky Sports. Everyone's confused. So kind of it was poked forward by Vrancic. I think maybe Robinson got the last touch. Diving header downwards. And it has been disallowed. Crikey. Complete confusion. 0-0. No goal. No wonder Darnell Furlong was looking so calm. It is still 0-0. But, yes, lots of lols. What's the deal here, then? Oh, so they're arguing that Vrancic fouled Robinson in the build-up. Would have been a real own goal, that one, wouldn't it? Deary me. Lots of laughter and mirth in the chat over that one, but it did not stand. Woof. There we go. Madness. Goal of the round. Never a foul. Yeah, not quite as good as Max Power's one. What a let-off. Let's have a look. Was this a foul? I mean, in deference to referee Robinson, there's a clear Vrancic's left foot on the back of it's Robinson's right leg. That touch by Vrancic on the back of Robinson has no bearing on what happens next, but remember, it doesn't have to. A bit of a let-off, that one. Little bit of a let-off, I think. Vrancic deemed to have fouled Callum Robinson there. Can't believe they disallowed that. Best moment of the game. There you go. Robbery, says Stephen. He's in the ground. Foul on Robinson, says Chris. That seems to be the decision, doesn't it? Dave, that is nonsense. Yeah, I'm sure that will be heavily debated over half-time on Sky. I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Michael O'Neill's trying to figure out why it was given. I'm sure he's seen it on the iPad or the monitors, what they've got there. It's clumsy by Vrancic. Doesn't particularly, as I said, alter anything that then happens next. But there you go. Letter of the law. Anyway, here comes Stoke down the left. Timon. Timon inside. Powell outside of the right foot. Very difficult shot there. Easy save. For Sam Johnston. Good play by Vrancic. He got it out onto the wing for Timon. Would have been a hell of a goal if Powell had scored that with the outside of his right foot. As we come up 43 on the clock, Sam Johnston holds on to the ball for more than 6 seconds, but nobody ever applies that rule, do they? Headed away. Referee Robinson's still having a word with Hugel. If anyone does want to... Oh, right, here we go. Here's the supposed foul. I mean, to be fair, when you run it in super duper hooper whooper slow motion, Jake Livermore thinks it's a foul. But I mean, anything looks a foul in super slow motion. There you go. Move on. Disallowed. Well done, Sky, though. Very good replay that with the super slow-mo there. Stoke 0, West Brom 0. Goal kick to Stoke, which Davies will take. He's going to go along with this one as we come up half-time. Davies gets reasonable distance on that. Powell can't win it in the air. Does Brown foul Townsend? No. And here comes Stoke. Allen feeds into Powell. Powell can't control. Cleared down the ground, and Suter goes back home to Davies again. Townsend heads on, and Townsend boots it forward. There you go. Davies, well played. We were saying he's not a great sweeper keeper as Adam Reach tries to steal about 10 metres from a throw-in. Referee Robinson stops him. Away we go again. Smith trying to hold it up. And we're not going to get any stoppage time in this one. Stoke 0, West Brom 0. Get me your thoughts in. Couple of big moments, actually. 3 of them, in fact, all down the same end. And in terms of the Stoke attacking end, I thought West Brom were the better side for the first 8 to 10 minutes. But then all of a sudden, Brown was clean through. Should have scored, shouldn't he? Clean through loads of time, too much time. As the cliche goes, hits the foot of the post. There was then another chance. Beautiful ball through by Thompson to Timon, who could square it to Brown or dink it over. And he, I suppose, let's give Sam Johnson some credit. Decent save. And then towards the end of the half there, around the 40-minute mark, a 50-50, I think, on the subjectivity there. You tell me. You probably take 10 different football fans, let alone football fans, take 10 different referees, and they probably have a different view on that. But Mario Vrancic adjudged to have fouled Callum Robinson. The ball then goes through, and it would have been a spectacular own goal by Darnell Furlong. Look, we're in the realms of subjectivity here. If you read the laws of the game, you could argue it's a foul. You could also argue that it's not. Vrancic, a little bit clumsy, if anything. Just Robinson kind of pops in ahead of him, and there's contact between Vrancic's sort of left foot and Robinson's standing leg, the right foot there. Whichever way you look at it, if it is a foul, it's a soft one, isn't it? And the goal gets chalked off. But yes, we're well into the realms of subjectivity, aren't we? And I think from about 30 minutes, it did get loose, this game, didn't it? And the level of the passing dropped off, didn't it? And the quality we were expecting, and frankly, the quality we did get in the first 20, 25 minutes disappeared for the last 15 minutes of that half. I think we've seen better than we did earlier in the game. All got a bit stretched and a bit fraught and frantic, didn't it? A few individual mistakes, but it's very evenly matched. And let's have a look at the numbers. I suspect if you're a Stoke fan, you probably think you should be in front. 60-40 to Stoke on the possession. 5 shots to 4 in West Brom's favour. 2 each on target. 1 corner to West Brom. 0 to Stoke. 2 big chances to Stoke. We know what they were as well, don't we? Timon and Brown. 0 to West Brom. So I think Stoke fans, all things considered, will think they should be in front. But it was a similar story, wasn't it, when we did Stoke versus Barnsley? As things stand, West Brom will stay undefeated and move on to 23 points from 11, still above 2 points per game. Stoke would move on to 19 from 11. Remember, if it stays the same, Bournemouth can overtake West Brom tomorrow. So can Fulham. And you can go down to Huddersfield, who could overtake Stoke with a large win if they can go to Luton, I think, and get one of those. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. What are we saying here? Let's scroll up a bit. Little Wolfie, tickets for Burnley v West Brom. You love to see it. Enjoy it. I've never been to Burnley, actually. It's one of the grounds I haven't been to. Evening, Liam. Myself and the family are very well. Would you want VAR in the Championship? Yes, I'd take it. I'd take it now. Last season, when it was all chaos, I was a little bit like, okay, shelve this, keep it in the Premier League, sort it out up there, and then we'll have it in the Championship. But I just think, you watch even the last 2 games we've done as watch-alongs, however brilliant Mitrovic was in that game, that first goal should have been scrubbed off, shouldn't it? And VAR would have checked that and disallowed that goal. And it would have been helpful for referee Robinson, because let's be honest, no referee can. The standard we're holding referees to that don't have VAR when others do is ridiculous. How can you make those calls with naked eye? So yeah, I am pro having it, and it looks like they're implementing it a little bit better than the comical scenes last time. Jay, dreading playing West Brom after the internationals. Oh dear. We will see. Welcome along, Katie. If your missus needs some sleep, show her this game. Well, maybe the last 15 minutes of it, yeah. One Robinson looking after the other. I think Michelle Owen and Glenn Murray and Joby McAnuff are discussing that one straight away. Look, I don't need to see 25 replays of it. It is subjective, isn't it? You can argue it's a foul. You can argue it's not a foul. I do maintain everything looks a foul in super slow motion, doesn't it? I tell you what Robinson does do, Callum Robinson that is, well, is go down when he gets the contact, because that obviously made up referee Robinson's mind for him. Robbed of an absolute worldie there. Josh, Stoke playing West Brom off the park. I think you might be stretching the point there, but Stoke definitely had the better openings. I would push back on the fact that they're playing them off the park, but I think they should probably be leading. In terms of actual territory, I'd say West Brom edged the territory, but Stoke definitely have had the chances. I did see your belt of an own goal, Katie, by Max Power the other night. Simon thinks it was a foul. There you go. Describe what's going on at Oldham. I'd have to defer to someone who knows better than me. On that one, Chris, good game, played at terrific pace, too fast, degenerated. I totally agree, Chris. The last 15 minutes was too fraught, wasn't it? Slight edge to West Brom. Used to be called a coming. It was definitely a coming together, wasn't it? But there you go. What else are we saying? Amanda, Stoke surprisingly better than West Brom. Both teams look tired to me. Too many games. I mean, yeah, I know what you mean, Mark. But I think the looseness does come from the speed that West Brom play at, don't they? So, yeah, woof. Charlie, very glad that goal was disallowed. I bet you are, fella. Layla, imagine Norwich lose tomorrow. Is Farke a Premier Manager? We'll find out, won't we? Chris, I've been to Burnley. It costs £1.10 to get in. You'll have to see it. Stephen, we play at Posh at home after the international break. How do you think we'll do? I'll defer judgment on that. Are you confident of beating Hull tomorrow? Not worried about that one? I've been to Fulham when it was 6D to get in. There you go. Ask your olders. Right. Give me a minute, guys. I'm going to take a little break. And we will return. Keep your questions coming. And I will see you in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, guys. I mean, you can, but make sure you come back because the stream will be returning in a couple of minutes. If you haven't already and you're not going anywhere, hit subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications on the Benjamin Bloom channel. Like this stream. Keep your comments coming. And if you want, you can give it a share. And what better place to go and share than over on Twitter, where you can find me at Benjamin Bloom. Lots of stuff goes down that feed. And if you ever need to contact me, the DMs are open. Forgive me, it might take a couple of days to get through all of them. At Benjamin Bloom on Twitter. You can also support us over at our Teespring store, www.benjaminbloommerch.store. Don't forget the 2 M's in a row. Buy yourself a t-shirt, a mug, phone case, hoodies, all sorts of good stuff over there. Great way to represent our community over here. you do get something, make sure you send me a picture over on Twitter, in fact, and I will get that retweeted. You can also support over on Patreon, www.patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. A direct way to support my work here monthly. Get yourself a little bit of extra content each month. And thank you to everybody on Patreon. We really could not have got through what has been happening in the world without you. Before we return, get those comments filled up. Questions, topics, etc. And enjoy the rest of the stream. Here we go. Welcome back, everyone. For the first time on one of those breaks, I didn't run around. I think Shaylee's still got a friend over downstairs, so I didn't bother going and saying hello. Just sat here and listened to the advert. We are here watching along Stoke versus West Brom. Sky are on an ad break, so hopefully we'll be back for the second half very soon. It is Stoke 0, West Brom 0. Stoke with the better of the chances for sure. Jacob Brown clean through, should score, hits the post. Josh Timon in on the angle. Can he dink that one over? Good save. Sam Johnston. And at the end of the half, a subjective call by referee Robinson to give a foul by Mario Vrancic on Callum Robinson before Darnell Furlong spectacularly headed the ball into his own net past Sam Johnston. The goal disallowed. Good game, but it did get a bit fraught and a bit loose and a bit stretched the last 15 minutes or so. Let's look at some comments here. If Cardiff lose tomorrow, is Mick McCarthy toast? Would be 6 defeats in 7, wouldn't it? And they would essentially be losing to a Reading side with lots of injuries. But hey, what do we always say about Reading? They're only ever a minute away from banging a worldie in, aren't they? From Swift or Ejaria or Deli Bashiru or whoever. There you go. So he's certainly under pressure, Mr. McCarthy, isn't he? How much goals? How many goals will Gyökeres score this season? Well, how many has he got already, Layla? 7? Has he? Can he get 20? I wonder. Borough taking 3,500 fans to Hull. Not too far, is it? Kind of northeasterly for both, isn't it? If you could pick any Championship manager to come to Ipswich from the Championship, who are you picking? I'm quite happy with Paul Cook as the Ipswich manager. I don't know. Championship manager. Let's have a look down here. Marco Silva. Tony Mowbray, for old time's sake, say get him back to Ipswich. Lavicia Kanovic. Like that. Some big names in there. Lee Bow used to play for Ipswich. Possibly not Mick McCarthy. Steve Cooper I like as well, but lots of people find him a bit methodical, don't they? What else shall we say here? Dave, Darby, 15th in the league for fouls committed. 2nd in the league for yellows and reds received. Of course, I think the world's against us. Look, you have to show me all of those fouls and all of those yellow cards, and I'll give you a view. Daniel, make sure Ronaldo scores a hat-trick tomorrow. He's my captain on FPL. I will make sure of it. I'll have a word with him. Hey, thoughts on the equaliser Ipswich scored against Sheffield Wednesday? I mean, it was ridiculous, wasn't it? If you're a Wednesday fan, you'd be very disappointed with it. But hey, I'll take it as an Ipswich fan. And then go on and win the next game 6-0. Happy days. Hopefully, another win for Ipswich. Accrington tomorrow. My fingers are crossed. Gyökeres has 7 of their 12, which is worrying if he stops scoring. Yes. Got good attacking players there, haven't they? But yeah, you're right. It's a big, over 50%, as you can see, 7 of 12. O'Hare's a good player. Godden. Always like Waghorn, don't I? We're going to our last ad break here. Stoke 0, West Brom 0. We're just about to go into the second half. I assume there'll be no changes, although Big Val does love to shake it up, baby, doesn't he, and change things around at half-time. There are your teams there. Davies in goal for Stoke. Wilmot, Suter, Chester, Smith and Timon are the wing-backs. Thompson, Allen, Vrancic, Powell, and Jacob Brown up top. Johnston in goal for Baggies. Ajayi, Bartley, Townsend, Furlong, Reach, Livermore, Mowat, Robinson, Hugill, and Grant. I just wanted to touch on, we were trying to figure out where everyone would sit in that Stoke midfield. You can check the heat maps, definitely two sat together. Vrancic pulling mainly left and Powell mainly right. So let's give SofaScore some credit there. They got that one. They got that one right today, didn't they? We're just hearing from Joby McAnuff. I guess the players are going to be out shortly. Here they come. In fact, Adam Reach and Jordan Hugill having a good old chat. Connor Townsend and Kyle Bartley. Always a good sign when you see players sort of planning stuff out and discussing the whys and the wherefores. What are we saying in here in the chat? Any good stuff in here? Coventry only have 12 goals. I'm sure every time I watch Coventry, it's 3-0 or 5-0. Either way, as the West Brom players go through their warm-ups here, we're going to get ready to start the second half. Stoke 0, West Brom 0. Stoke with those two big chances. And the own goal by Furlong scrubbed off in this one. Vrancic and Powell strategizing before we start the second half. How do you see this one going? Let me know in the comments as Michael O'Neill comes out. Nick Powell and referee Robinson chuntering away. And they're taking their sweet time. But hopefully we'll get kicked off again in just a second. I am watching on a Sky Sports feed here. So if you're watching on Sky Go or Now TV, you might not be quite lined up. So we'll give you a time sync, probably at 46 minutes. As we get ready for the second half. Stoke 0, West Brom 0. Let's hope we get more like what we got in the first 20 minutes than the last 15, because I know which one I preferred as a spectacle. Stoke kick us off. Looks like Vrancic jumped the gun. Let's have another go. There we go. And Stoke kick us off. And the second half is underway. Stoke 0, West Brom 0. As things stand, West Brom will go 1 point clear. At the top, obviously, everyone else other than Stoke will have a game in hand. Then Stoke will stop in at 4th spot with the possibility that Coventry, Blackburn, Huddersfield could overtake them tomorrow. To be quite plain, West Brom look fairly good for being in the top 2 come international break. And Stoke look pretty handy for the top 6. What's the wine? I actually got a miniature bottle of wine today, so I didn't drink too much because I've got to drive in the morning. It's a Puglia Rossa from down the road at the Marks and Spencers. It's all right. It's wet and alcoholic. Here's Ajayi. Oh, Ajayi, has he got robbed by Brown? No, he hasn't. Ajayi has enough strength to just win that back. Wilmot knocks it forward. His reach for Wednesday. And that pass was a bit of a reach. He couldn't find Robinson. Mowat wins it back. Down the line from Townsend. And hopefully we're not getting that frenetic, fraught pattern that we got. As West Brom play a bit more tidy stuff now to get down the line to reach. Grant tries to switch the play. Furlong wins it in the air. And it's cleared as far as Brown. Who's having a really hard time with Ajayi. Ajayi just shoves him in the back there. which Big Val loves. Here is Wilmot, Suter. Vrancic tries to play that one down the line. Looking for Timon. Hooked out. Talking of wet, does it look cold, wet, miserable? It looks all right. It's going to be very, very wet. Reach for Wednesday. Oh, Annie, dearie me. Annie, do I ever have a slip of the tongue that you don't point out in the chat? Very dislikable quality, my young lad. As you grow up, you'll find that. Let some things go. Empathy is a fine quality for us to have. But we love you, Annie. But yeah, you have to point out every slip of the tongue. Got a nice drive in the morning. Yeah, great at Manchester, yeah. Here is Timon coming in off the left. Brown. Brown spins away. Did they want to continue? He pulled it up and gave the free kick there, referee Robinson. Carl and Grant to score, says Liam. Miles, if West Brom play like they did against us on Tuesday, then Stoke are in for a long second half. Haven't quite hit those heights tonight, West Brom. Have they? So free kick to Stoke, which Vrancic and Powell look very, very interested in. Vrancic obviously with the left foot, Powell with the right. We've seen both of these guys score free kicks. Powell very recently in the game against Hull smashed one in. Vrancic is about 5 steps away. Powell about 3. Looks like it favours the right foot. It looks like Johnston's set up for the right footer as well. So there is a big gap for Vrancic if they want to try and leverage this. Vrancic has just respotted it. Who's going to take it then? Here comes Vrancic over the wall. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. Oh, I thought they were set up for a right footer. The gap was on for Vrancic. He just floats it over the wall. Hits the top of the bar. Vrancic claiming Powell gets, not Powell, Johnston gets something on that. Unlucky from Super Mario. Just hits the top of the bar and bounces up and over. And now Vrancic is down. Holding the side of his left calf there. Jake Livermore's, I think, finally going to get his yellow card. Oof. Indeed. Referee Robinson's got the yellow in his hand. They have, what's the correct term? They have looked after Vrancic today, haven't they, West Brom? He's had some fairly heavy treatment, but hey, good players have always got heavy treatment, haven't they? I missed that. Someone just had a shot from way out. Just flies wide. Teach me to look away, won't it? As Ajay gives it away down the line. Now, Vrancic into the 10. Vrancic onto Powell, holds it up. He's crowded out, and Moet gets that clear. He knocks it away, but he's already been fouled. Vrancic, really good at free kicks. Remember the one he scored at Ellen Road for Norwich? I was there, Stephen. That took a tiny little deflection. I don't think it changed direction much, but yeah, he's very good free kick. Guy. Bartley to Ajay, to Robinson, to Livermore into the channel for Hugel to chase. Hugh Gillen. Oh, I love that. The ball's running past, and Suter is probably one of the few players big enough to do this. Just basically goes shoulder to shoulder there with Hugel. Let's have a look. Here's the Vrancic free kick. Does Johnston touch this? He does, doesn't he? Blatantly gets a fingertip on that. I don't think he changes the trajectory too much, but he's just making sure. Johnston, I think, gets a little fingertip on that one. And on to the bar. Preferred Powell with last season's beard. See, Chris is a man after my own heart. The more hair, the better. Agreed. I did shave mine today. Look how grey that is. Shocking. Giveaway there by Alan. Robinson nicks it off in that West Brom press. Down the line it goes, and it's cut out by Wilmot. Wilmot gets his distribution right. It's the first in about 5 he's got, bless him. Here's Timon. Comes inside off the left. Timon tries to feed it through. Brown is offside. Thought he'd snuck in there behind. But the offside flag is up. We have lots of fun and games with that West Brom defensive line, don't we? If you've got good passers and good runners, you will get in behind West Brom at least once or twice in the game, won't you? However far back the passes are coming from. So free kick for Sam Johnston. Matt Phillips is taking his coat off. And he'll go into the front 3, knowing Big Val. We have seen him play number 9, actually, to be fair, Phillips. Just as a lead in the press. Much like Daryl DK, Carlton Morris, those type of players did at Barnsley. Well, let's be honest, it was exclusively DK. Down the middle. Vrancic. A rare giveaway there from Super Mario. And common giveaway by Adam Reach there. Just gets hustled into it. I'm being unfair on Reach. Climb every mountain higher. Here is Chester. Timon. Chester. Suter, closed down by Hugill. Wilmot, closed down by Grant. Wilmot goes long and gives the ball away again. Fed up the line by Johnston. A little bit hurried, that one. And Townsend hoofs it clear. Hugill, fearing he might be about to be substituted, goes in short to play that. Here's Chester. Powell, nice take. Townsend through the back of him. Surely referee Robinson's going to pull it back. No. He lets play go, and Brown takes on a very tricky shot and sticks it wide. Climb every mountain higher, reach for the stars. Do-do-do-do-do. And when your rainbow's flying over you, that's where your dreams will all come true. Phillips, long range effort for the R's against Palace. Oh, God, he's miles out, wasn't he? Hugill coming off, I would think. You'd be right, Chris. We've done this before, haven't we? Phillips on for Hugill. And I just won't be surprised if Phillips goes and plays in the number 9 and just keeps pressing. Yep, that's exactly where he's gone. Grant left, Phillips down the middle, Robinson right. We do not have Dean Garner on the bench tonight, do we? Here is Bartley. Brown and Campbell against some slow defences this season. They're just going to make sure with Tyrese Campbell, they don't ask too much of him because he's literally doing everything. Right, score all the goals, create all the goals. We'll just defend and give you the ball, yeah? Mowat. Mowat goes back into Townsend. Townsend into Robinson. I thought Robinson had turned well there, but Thompson nicks it off him. Back into the midfield, and a frustrated Robinson makes the foul. 56 gone, first sub. Well, you could have guessed it was going to be Big Val at about 55. And that's exactly what he did. Oh, I stand corrected. There is Grady Dean Garner. He is on the bench. God, they've got some quality, haven't they? Carlin Grant is going out. And it's a role reversal here. This is the front 3 that started against QPR. And today they're going to finish against QPR. So it's Dean Garner, Phillips and Robinson. Sam Surridge is also coming on for Jacob Brown, who had that huge chance in the first half. I suppose Surridge will give a bit better physicality. He really punches his weight in the air, doesn't he? Surridge. Number 22, on he comes, signed from Bournemouth. in the close season. He did score in the game against Barnsley, but in all honesty, he didn't really have his shooting boots on that night. Did he? Surridge. Interesting. Rub the chin. With managers like Howe and Wilder still out of work, is their stock rising? Always, yeah. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, we think. Carl and Grant should have stayed at Huddersfield. Yeah. They just needed that 15 million quid they got for him, though. Although that's paid in like 6 installments, isn't it? So, still, hey, it's a what's the opposite of a liability? What's the opposite of a liability? Something that comes in every year. I don't know. Any accountants watching? Bartley has fouled Surridge. Surridge, good first involvement there. He just kind of clashed knees there. Surridge shielding the ball and Bartley just coming in from the side. An asset. Go on then, we'll go with it. An asset. Being 2 of you have said it. 3 of you. There we go. That's when the rainbow's shining over you. Who put bloody S Club 7 in my head? That's when your dreams will all get... Someone substitute Adam Reach off. Right. Dangerous looking free kick this for Stoke. Vrancic and Smith is there. Let's be honest, Smith's not taking it. Here comes Vrancic. Smashes that across and punched away by Johnston. As far as Josh Timon, excuse me, Jordan Thompson, still have trouble with these Stoke shirts. And my eyesight and annuity. Oh, is that what it's called? I don't know. Definitely not immunity, is it? Herd immunity. Surprised Ostigard is on the bench. Yeah, I guess they like the experience of Chester, don't they? Definitely got some good centre-halves, haven't they? Annuity paid yearly. There you go. New one on me, if that's the opposite of a liability. Surridge trying to backheel there. Bit of an aggressive jump by Joe Allen against Kyle Bartley. Some classic little man syndrome there from Allen. And I'm kind of with the West Brom players there. They're a bit annoyed about that challenge because he let it go and then he's blown up for a foul straight after. It's Jake Livermore again. Isn't reached Dewar Weldy. Do you remember that run he had for Sheffield Wednesday where I think like in the space of about 6 weeks it was an 18-19, wasn't it, where he scored like 3 ridiculous goals, didn't he? With that left foot. Another free kick for Stoke. I reckon Powell will have this one now. Vrancic has had the last 2, hasn't he? Although Vrancic did hit the crossbar with, we think, a little bit of assistance from a fingertip from Sam Johnston. Here comes Powell. Oh, that's terrible. Powell will not be taking the next one. They tried a clever one there where Vrancic run up, stop, the wall replaced themselves, and then Powell quickly tries to whip it over. Horrible free kick there. Fans behind the goal covering their faces. There ain't no party like an S Club party. There is absolutely no party like an S Club party. Mark, you're totally right. Livermore and Lerma in the midfield. Yeah, they'd pick up some yellows, wouldn't they? S Club, not my type of music. Oh, you love it, don't you? QPR forever. We sing you some Metallica. Although that's mainly guitarists rather than vocals, isn't it? He gets plenty of breaks, doesn't he, old James Hetfield? To be fair, very good guitarist, James Hetfield. Friends of mine that are guitarists tell me he is an underrated rhythm player and very good at going very quickly while singing. Throw in to West Brom. Darnell Furlong. And we're going to watch Rory Delap from the bench there, watching Darnell Furlong. See if we can give him some feedback on his technique. The master, Rory Delap. Well, maybe not the master, but certainly the most famous in terms of long throws. I always thought Dave Challoner was the master. Down the line it goes. Score of beauty against Leeds and West Brom in the space of 3 days. You'd love to see it. What's an S club? Not quite 90s. I think they probably late 90s. They had a hit. But yeah, certainly into the noughties. S Club 7. Look them up, Annie. Classic manufactured pop band. Not Simon Cowell, Simon Fuller, I think. That's when your dreams will all come true. Another throw-in for Darnell Furlong. He must get fed up of these. He's just winding up again. Wouldn't want to get a shoulder blade injury, would he? In it goes from Furlong, headed away. And the second ball. There is Adam Reach. Not quite going to get a worldie from there. Although I think it might have taken a deflection, to be fair to him. And we're going to get a corner. For West Brom. We haven't seen a replay of that. I'm assuming there was a deflection early on that one. Stoke 0. West Brom 0. Kyle Bartley is giving some instructions there to... oh, no, Alex Mowat is going to take the corner rather than Darnell Furlong. It's going to be an outswinger left-footed. No, it's not. He's gone short to Reach. Reach, dreadful cross by Reach. And feels like I'm piling in on him. I'm not. It was just a bad cross. Here is what Enid is up to. Apparently downstairs. There she is. Kind of like chewing a sort of pink llama. There we go. You go on, girl. I'm training her well in llama chewing. Reach trying to get in on the left-hand side. Easy one for Adam Davies in the goal. I was more Steps than S Club. Steps had some bangers, didn't they? God. The Pete Waterman songwriting team behind them, they knew what they were doing, didn't they? It's a free kick to Stoke, which Wilmot's going to... on today's evidence, he's probably the last one they want on a free kick. But come on, Ben. Let's see if you can deliver with this one. He's been a bit haphazard with some of his passing. There you go. He just knocks it 6 yards to Suter, who does ping it in long, looking for Powell. Good in it. He's good in the air, Furlong, isn't he? I don't know how tall he is. He doesn't look big. Maybe it's because he's quite a nippy player. Nice little play through the press between Chester and Thompson, although Chester is getting closed down by Livermore. Remember, Livermore's on a yellow, but he knows what he's doing, doesn't he? Here comes Powell down the line for Timon. And it's into the middle for Surridge, and the flag stayed down. Oh, they had their arms up, the West Brom back line there. It was crossed in from the left. Surridge on the near post, and it's a third very decent chance for Stoke. It looks very tight. I think he might be on. Timon crosses it, and Surridge, oh dear. I said about that Barnsley game where he did score, but should have probably had 2 or 3, and he should have had 1 there, shouldn't he? Surridge in behind. And he can't steer it into the corner. Another chance for Stoke. Look at Michael O'Neill's face. He's like, why can these players not score these chances we're creating here? Goodness me. Reach. A better song by the brilliant Pale Fountain circa 1984. There you go. You love to see it. Dean. Come on, you baggies. FFFFS. There was a time when all steel came from Sheffield and all hits came from Stock Aitken and Waterman. Oh, God, yeah. Well, they bragged, didn't they, that they could literally take anybody off the street and have a top 10 hit with them, couldn't they? There was a point where they probably could. Furlong. Another long throw hurled into the box. Bartley's up on the near post, going to break. And Livermore, oh, and he's put it just wide of the post. Oh, and the best chance of the game that West Brom have had falls to Jake Livermore. I think Bartley was underneath the throw in the first time. Let's have a look. Livermore's charging in. I mean, it's fairly difficult. It bounces ahead of him and he's just got to poke it towards goal. But it's close, isn't it? And let's be honest, Davies isn't saving that if it goes in the corner. Close. That's what them long throws can do, hey? Difficult one. He had barely a millisecond to get any kind of decent contact on it. But a couple of chances now in the last couple of minutes here. Furlong is, what's he done wrong? Taking a throw from the wrong place there. Furlong is going to get another go. I think there's going to be a goal in this one. It's looking like a 1-0 win for either side, isn't it? But they are not taking their chances here, especially Stoke tonight, who've had 3 very decent chances. On top of a goal disallowed. That's palmed back. Huge chance. Oh, how have they not scored? Oh, for goodness sake. Penalty. Oh, that's going to be a harsh one. Oh, absolute chaos in the box there. And my first instinct is Surridge is really looking for this penalty. But referee Robinson has given it. There was another huge miss, but let's have a look back. Oh, my goodness. In it goes into the box. It's cut back from Allen. Poor from Johnston. Great block from Ajayi. And, well, let me have another look at that. Johnston comes out and Surridge is just looking to get a foot on the ball and then go down. I mean, there's contact. It doesn't mean it's a foul, but let's have a look. Well, he's certainly won it if it is a penalty there, Surridge. And I think Surridge is going to take it. Vrancic missed the last one. Johnston, look at that S-Housery. He's pointing to the left, telling Surridge where he thinks he's going to put it. Sam Surridge, right-footed from the spot. Saved! Oh, my God. Well, I'll be honest, I thought it was a pretty dubious decision, but every time I watch Stoke, they have a hatful of chances and don't take them. My God. Well played, Johnston. It's a good save, actually, because he throws himself right and he just readjusts and picks out with the left hand. But absolute carnage here. I have to say, it wasn't my favourite penalty call ever. But there you go. Stoke get the penalty. And for the second watch along with me doing Stoke, they miss a penalty. And they've missed 3 other good chances in this game. Goodness me. Pure drama. Another coming together. I think that was less a coming together and Mr. Surridge engineering something. Woof. Dive. Liam's words, not mine. How on earth are Stoke not winning this game? I don't know. Stoke should be at least 2-0 up, shouldn't they? With all the chances that they've had. It felt like something crazy has been building. There we go. Here comes Dean Garner into the box. I think it's going to be a corner, isn't it? Off Wilmot and the West Brom fans behind the goal. Cheer that. West Brom 1-0 anyone. Johnston got in his head. Maybe. He did go the other way than Johnston pointed. Saved. Incoming 1-0 Big Val. Soft. Incoming 96th minute. West Brom winning. Maybe. Why are we so bad at pens? I don't know. It becomes a thing after a while, doesn't it? When you miss 2-3 penalties in a row. Corner to West Brom. Stoke, I make have missed 3 big chances and a penalty. Here's Reach, crosses it in. Mower on the volley from the edge of the box. Anyone else, we'd say that's a half chance, but we know how good he is with that left foot. Some big team sniffing after Johnston. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Stoke haven't needed Campbell back. They just can't score. Yeah, right. Technically a pen, but you hate to see them given. I know what you mean, Chris. There's got to be some standard that you've actually impeded the guy. Look at those Stoke fans behind the goal holding their heads. Good save, Johnston. Definitely feels like the type of game where West Brom will get the 1-0 win. Absolutely. 72 gone. Stoke 0. West Brom 0. Stoke racking up the chances here. Let's head to info goal and see what Stoke's XG is. Not that their fans are going to want to know. Where are we? Can we get in game? 2.80 is the Stoke XG compared to 0.60. They are creating a lot of chances and not scoring them, Stoke, including a couple of penalties the last couple of times I have seen them. Townsend heads that one away. And is the sucker punch coming? A West Brom counter or a set play or something? Oh, what's gone on there? Davies right out to the edge of the area. And now what's the rule in here? Is he going to be red carded? He's outside the box. Did he deny an obvious goal scoring opportunity? I don't think he did, given the given how far he is away. Let's have a look. Do you know what? You could argue, can Robinson get a shot off from there? That's very naughty from Davies. He completely misjudges that. He knows he's going to get a yellow card, doesn't he? Yes, yellow card for Adam Davies, but no denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity there. So the red card stays in referee Robinson's pocket there. He's not even close. No, he was well over the line, wasn't he? Normally, they come just over the line, those type ones. But yellow card there. Referee Robinson deemed that the ball wasn't running into Robinson for an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. Interesting. Free kick West Brom, though, which Mower is over. Mower curls in left-footed. Furlong has fouled, I think, Thompson. Stephen Fletcher's getting ready to go. Surridge showing why Bournemouth letting him go. He should have scored 2 goals since he's been on Surridge, hasn't he? Right, Fletcher is coming on. And Vrancic, who's frankly been kicked up in the air a few times by Jake Livermore tonight, is coming off. So Nick Powell's probably going to play number 10. And Fletcher will go up top with, he's just held up 2 fingers, with Surridge. So Powell will drop into midfield, you would think. 75 gone. And if you ever wanted a player that punches his weight in the air, it's Stephen Fletcher, who's always been a good aerial player. Yellow correct, says Mr. E. Yeah, I think the angle has saved him there, hasn't it? Davies, the keeper. Anything more central and outside of the box, and you're getting that red card, aren't you? Unless there's literally someone. But even if there is someone stood back on the line, it's still a goal-scoring opportunity. It's not an obvious goal, is it? But Stoke are showing their quality to play against top teams. When Tyrese Campbell is back, I think teams are in trouble. They do need someone who can stick the ball in the net, though, don't they? For goodness sakes. Fletcher trying to run in behind. Fletcher's got onto it. Fletcher into the box. Down he goes. Jai just shoulders him off it. Corner to Stoke. No appeal there. Good defending by Jai. who I said in one of my early Football 365 columns was going to be right up Ismail's street. Good recovery pace, good in the air. Harry Suter is waving furiously in the box. In comes the corner. Good header at Ajayi. Well played. Again. And I think Joe Allen's about to get a yellow card, is he? He's proper hacked Alex Mowat down there. He actually had a bad touch there, Joe Allen, which you don't sort of associate him with. He's a skillful, good technical player. I think referee Robinson's keeping his cards in his pocket for that one. That looked a yellow card to me, but hey, would I rather more yellow cards or less? I'd always rather less. There we go. Mowat limps away. Welcome along, Peanuts. Good to see you. As Gordon Ramsay always says, good to see you. Good to see you. 77:55 on the clock. Stoke 0, West Brom 0, but pretty entertaining, particularly the last, basically since Surridge came on. A long one into the corner, flicked on, and going to be a goal kick to Stoke. Iain Garner throws the ball back. Yeah. Damn. Yeah. We can't say many of the other words that Gordon Ramsay likes to say. Ajayi is definitely no nonsense. Yeah, he's a player, isn't he? He's a good player. Promoted, obviously, with Slaven Bilic. Had a good season for Rotherham the year before. Oh, there's a giveaway, and it's flicked over the top. It's Powell. Powell's in behind. He's lobbed it over the keeper, and he's put it into the nets. And we asked for Stoke. Have they got a finisher? Yes, they have. And Nick Powell gives Stoke the lead. He measures that over the keeper's head into the net. The Stoke fans celebrate behind the goal. Stoke 1, West Brom 0. Lift off at the Bet365. 79 gone. Stoke have the lead. Michael O'Neill, as ever, keeps calm. Powell has done it again. It's a 50-50. That's a mistake by Townsend. It's a lovely pick out, actually. I think Tommy Smith and Nick Powell. Go and read my Football 365 column. Nick Powell is a finisher. Most definitely. He was our player to watch. And that's a lovely finish, isn't it? Just lifts it, curls it inside the post. Good goal, Powell. It's Johnston's not in a bad position at all. Makes a good leap. But really accurate finish from Powell. Michael O'Neill loves it. He's out celebrating. Go on, son. Stoke 1, West Brom 0. As things stand, Stoke going in to third position. Nick Powell, Sky Sports tell me, has scored in his last 4 appearances. What a time to join the stream. Absolutely. What a result if Stoke win this. Dean, I know what you mean, but I can't read that out, fella. Unbelievable. There's Leeds 2021. Go West. Technical jinx. They fully deserve that. I mean, on the balance of play, no, not on the balance of play, on the balance of chances, Stoke definitely deserve to be in front in this. That's their 5th big chance of the game, I think. Stephen, you legend, get in. Stephen with a huge super chat. Thank you very, very much. But here come West Brom. Townsend into Iain Garner. I think Jay Mollenby's come on. Is that him? I think I might have missed that. Let me just double check. Yes, Mollenby came on for Mowat, which must have happened as soon as the goal occurred. So Mollenby on for Mowat in central midfield, number 14. I thought, who's that wearing 14? Keeper should have stayed. Keeper has to come for that, doesn't he? He was close. He just got it wrong, though, didn't he? Mark said, I think you've got to give Powell credit. It's a good finish, isn't it? Quality finish, difficult to do so calmly and at full stretch. Yes, and you know, with that high line West Brom play, we've said so many times, you can run in behind, and they do rely on that sweeper keeper to come out every time. Woof, says Stephen. Delilah ringing out. Forgive me, Delilah. I just couldn't take any more. Deserved on Stoke's second half display. Probably deserved on probably from about minute 15, hasn't it? They have created chances in this game and they lead 1-0 Stoke. Here's Furlong. This will be West Brom's first defeat of the season. Something tells me it's not over yet, though. Furlong clips in back post. Big header away by Smith. Now, Stoke don't want to get too deep here. Fletcher gives it away. Livermore, good ball. Here's Robinson down the right. Robinson space into the box. Robinson on the right foot tries to put it across. Robinson gets it back, flicks it into the middle, and it's shanked out for a corner by Tommy Smith. Good play by Livermore to get Robinson in there. And they were just lacking someone sprinting into the 6-yard box. Phillips tried to creep in late. I think maybe that's where you need your Jordan Hugill character, just playing off the last man, trying to win the header there. Nonetheless, corner to West Brom, who will have a chance. There's always a chance. Adam Reach holds up his right arm. The corner from the right-hand side. Reach is going to curl this one in left-footed as a young fan watches on intently. In comes the cross from Reach. Big header from you-know-who, Harry Souttar. And here is Dean Garner on the left wing. Stoke bring their defensive line up and away from the goal. There's an overlap here by Townsend, Soldshaw, and Stoke clear up towards Surridge. Surridge knocks it off. I don't think Timon particularly wanted it there, but they've got it away and they'll be able to clear their lines. Mullenby brings that one down and knocks it back to Davies. Johnson, excuse me. Sorry, wrong keeper. 83:30 on the clock. Livermore in central midfield. Nice turn. Livermore clips it forward. Poor ball by Livermore. And this diving header home. Similar technique than Darnell Furlong used for that iffy disallowed own goal. But this one in the hands of Adam Davies, who was treading a fine line a few minutes before with that yellow card and just grabbing that ball outside the box. What does kitchen sink Val look like? Probably not much different than the rest of the time, does it? Phillips chasing through. That's going to be a yellow card for Chester. Phillips was going to get in behind down the right-hand side. Chester runs back in position. Robinson has not got the yellow card out for that. Fairly lenient on the last couple of tackles, referee Robinson. Maybe I'm just being too harsh. Powell is down, pointing at his right shin, I think. Here's the goal by Powell. It's a bit quality, this. Johnston comes. It's a lovely technique. Powell watches it. I think he knows it's in, doesn't he? Watches it, waits for the bounce, and off he goes. He's done it again. Nick Powell, what a good finisher he is. Powell is down. Hopefully he'll be okay. Oh, he's just reaching around the back rather than the actual knee, I think. Achilles, maybe. We're going to get a substitute. I think that's Alfie Doughty, isn't it? About to come on for Stoke. Powell is coming off. The goal scorer applauds the fans. And Doughty is going to come on. He's a wing-back, Doughty. So I don't know what the plan is for Stoke here, whether he'll just play wide down the right and cover in front of Smith and try and get forward where he can. We'll find out. Free kick in from West Brom goes short. Here's Callum Robinson. Robinson has his hands up, appealing for a handball. It's cleared and back they go home. It's a long one over the top. Dean Garner chasing it, and here is Smith. We're yet to see that handball shout. Callum Robinson seemed intrigued with. Surridge chases into the corner. It's going to be a goal kick to West Brom. Oh, sorry. Trouble with my old neck again. Let's have a look at this one. Robinson clips it up. It does hit Souttar's hand, doesn't it? But they just don't get given those ones, do they? It's arm in natural position and the ball doesn't travel very far, does it? So I think that's probably the right call by referee Robinson. Here is Wilmot Fletcher tries to barge his way between two. Goes down easily, says referee Robinson. We play on, but Stoke win it back. Smith, nice little tickle over the top. I think if Surridge touches this, he's offside. He's not. Surridge carries on into the box. He's fouled Townsend, surely there. Hasn't he? And it's going to be a free kick too. West Brom, 87-17 on the clock. Stoke 1, West Brom 0. Here comes Reach. Back to Townsend. Townsend clips it into the front. West Brom are minutes away from losing their, so far, undefeated record in the Championship. He's determined not to give any yellow cards there. Stephen Fletcher literally just pulling the arm back there. Here's Furlong high up on the right-hand side. Doughty closes him down. It's a throw-in for West Brom. Furlong trying to hype up the West Brom end there. You need an ergonomics audit. Oh, yes, I do. I'll sit up straight, shall I? There's some of the Baggies fans there looking on behind the goal. What can they conjure from the long throw? Furlong throws it in. Oh, is it going to drop? No, it nearly did. Got stuck under James Chester's feet, didn't it? And I thought maybe Bartley was just going to poke it into the net there from probably 3 or 4 yards out. Yeah, he's inside the 6-yard box. Does well, actually, Chester. Just deals with it the best way possible. Sticks out for a corner, which Adam Reach is going to take. Reach pops that one in for the Baggies. Dean Garner's there. Here's Mollenby. Oh, terrible shot. Got his technique all wrong there and skies that one over the bar. Yeah, reach for the stars. I think Jay Mollenby's shot there is reaching for the stars. Way over the top as we come up 89 minutes. Stoke 1. West Brom 0. Stoke are going third and they will tie up West Brom, Bournemouth, Fulham and Coventry for the most wins in the division with 6. Ben Wilmot's been looked at here. I don't know if he's been lacerated or this is concussion protocol. I think they might be gluing something back together. So we're going to get some stoppage time here. Sky are telling us this is the fewest shots in game by West Brom this season. It's still at 11, by the way. I'm sure our friends at Hull would like to have 11 shots a game. Wilmot, yeah, I think he's bleeding from the nose. They've just shoved with not wanting to be crude. Well, you know what that looks like. Up his nose. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Fourth official has just flashed up. 5 minutes, but we will definitely go over the 5 minutes. Because we literally haven't started them yet. I think the restart's going to be Adam Davies booting it down the ground. Nick, I don't want stoppage time. I'd like it to end now. Well, you're going to get, I reckon we'll go over 96 in this one, won't we? Given we haven't kicked a ball yet. Yeah, it's going to go about 96, I think, isn't it? Chester closed his legs in time. There we go. This is a PG channel, like that. A tampon's non-PG? I think they're a necessity, aren't they? Anyway, Ben Wilmot had something that looked like one up his nose there, but they... Surridge is going out for a throw and he boots it as far into the stand as he can. Woof. 91-15. Stoke fans ain't going to give that back. There you go. It's going to be Adam Reach. 91-27 on the clock. Reach is going to get another go at this throw-in down the left. It's back with Bartley and he lets it go to Johnston. Right. Will there be a chance? There's always a chance. Headed away by Chester. Good head of that. Bartley nods to Ajay. That's good from Fletcher, who's just getting amongst it there. Ajay did really well there. And he's got the throw in, actually. Well played. Ajay with Fletcher literally charging at him there. He held his ground and kept his composure. 92-22 on the clock. We think we're going to go to about 96. There's 5 minutes stoppage time, but we didn't kick a ball until 91. Stoke are managing this fairly well, I have to say. Yeah. I'm not reading that, Alex. Shocking. As we come up 93 now, Stoke just got to keep on the front foot. The ball will at some point break West Brom's way, and they just don't want to be too far up the pitch when it is. But also, it's the catch-22. They don't want to be too far back either, do they? With wide open spaces for West Brom to build up in. Chester heads it on. Here's Dean Garner. Good control by Dean Garner. Crowded out, no foul. Allen does well. Townsend wins it back. Well played, referee Robinson there. We let all of those go. Here's Callum Robinson on the right. Robinson, lovely reverse ball. He's just over hit it. It was a nice idea. And, right, we're at 93-30. And generally, a goalkeeper can kill 30 seconds with a dead ball like this. So you would imagine Adam Davies is going to try and get the clock up to 94 minutes before he takes his one. You've got to be careful because he's on a yellow card, of course. Is that one of the Coates family we're seeing in the stand there? One of the owners. There you go. He's killed exactly 30 seconds. And here's Sam Johnston. Boots it down the ground. I make it still about 2 minutes they're going to play here. Oh, and James Chester's popped that out for, guess what? A throw-in down the right-hand side. Didn't mean to besmirch my good name. Absolute slanderous disrespect down here, isn't it? Shocking. Right, Darnell Furlong is winding up possibly his last and probably about his 20th long throw-in of this game. Can they drop it in on the near post and get first contact? Furlong hurls it in. Big header by Chester. Headed up in the air by Townsend. Good winner. And now here come Stoke down the left. Doty. Clever ball. Oh, no, he's completely misjudged it. It was the right pass. What is Surridge doing? Surridge and Johnston, that's still left over. Oh, dear. Oh, God, come on. That's left over from the penalty, isn't it? And Surridge, they're probably both going to get booked here. Complete nonsense from the pair of them there. To be fair, Surridge is trying to wind Johnston up, and it worked, but naughty from Surridge, isn't it? Right, 95-17 on the clock. I think we're going to go about another 40 seconds here. It's played long, as you can imagine. I think that's going to be a Stoke throw. No, it's not. It's a West Brom throw. The Stoke fans in the stand disagree with that. Is Furlong? Yes, he is going to come over and take this. So I was wrong. That wasn't Darnell Furlong's last long throw of the game. This definitely is. 95-45. They've basically got this phase of play. And I think referee Robinson will blow the whistle as and when this ball's cleared, if it gets cleared. Suter gets a head on it, and I am right. It is cleared, and Stoke get the win. Stoke 1, West Brom 0. Stoke go third. West Brom's undefeated record is over. On the basis of chances created, Stoke deserved that, didn't they? In the first half, Jacob Brown clean through, hit the post. Josh Timon in behind, can't dink it over the top. Into the second half, big chance for Sam Surridge as soon as he came on. And then a missed penalty as well by Surridge. Mario Vrancic hit the crossbar from a free kick as well. And then Nick Powell, a lovely lob over the keeper's head. And the game ends 1-0 to Stoke. Well played. They become the first team this season to beat West Brom, who remain top but Bournemouth with a single point, or Fulham with 3 points, or Coventry with 3 points, although Coventry would need a hell of a lot of goals, could mathematically go above them. Tomorrow, let's have a look at the numbers. And my God, look at that big chance count. Just pause on that. 6 big chances to 0. It is a deserved win for Stoke. They could have won far more comfortably if Brown, Surridge, Timon, Surridge again had taken their chances. I think even West Brom fans would agree with that. And the New Look Stoke are up in 3rd with 21 points, 1 point off the top. But remember, everybody else will play tomorrow. Worth, get your final thoughts in on that. And I'm going to disappear and watch Squid Game and try not to wince too much. What a win for the Potters. West Brom had to drop one in the end. Proper top 6 match agreed. Charlie, not good enough anymore. It's the first defeat, Charlie. You're holding them to a high standard, 10 unbeaten, and you are top of the league as well. Josh, what a win for us, considering the chances missed. I didn't think we would do it. Agreed. Championship never disappoints. So West Brom not winning as many matches as I expected. Looking a little one-dimensional at times. Remember, West Brom have got 7 points this week and did win 4-0 and 2-1 in their previous 2 games. So it's not all bad. Sorry, got 6 points this week. After watching that, the biggest surprise is how Stoke didn't win by more. Amma, so proud for Stoke. Monumental win. Can we agree with a real deal? Yeah, looks good. Looks good. These year 1 parachute teams are hard to get above, but they have definitely beaten one of them there for sure. Haven't they? Stoke definitely playoff challenges. West Brom were best in the first 20. No plan B. His subs did nothing. Well played, Stoke. I think we'll end on that. Well played, Stoke, who created a ton of chances and in the end just snicked in 1-0, but probably a deserved win for the Potters. Let me know if you want to shout out. Remember, tomorrow I'm slumming it at Manchester United, so there will be no Saturday Super Stream tomorrow. We'll be back on Sunday. We do Dearly Departed Championship review at 7 p.m. Come and join us for that. Keep in touch on Twitter tomorrow, and I'll show you some pictures from Manchester United. Don't worry, we will be back. Worth. Right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I'll stick shout-outs up in the chat, and I'll see you very, very soon. Congratulations, Stoke. Stoke 1, West Brom 0. The first defeat for West Brom. Stoke up to 3rd. Over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.